Heavy is the head that has to manage all of this.
Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel.
We're now incentivized to buy what we already buy.
Fumbling through college had me building.
I also got some done on the other side.
And that was right around, I would say, May maybe, right before renewing the lease for this property. Welcome to the channel, Martha.
Thank you for having me here.
Oh, I was going to say, I am getting up in their names, I'll tell you what.
Bills paid by other people, life was never this good. I had to step back, knowing that it's...
I am never getting married. I am never getting married. I am never getting married. Yeah, that's right. You heard me right. The last 3 times I said it. I am never getting married. This is something that I was reluctant to say on YouTube for various reasons. But the honest truth today will set you free. And honestly, what do I do this for? I talk about starting a YouTube channel to talk to people who are truly willing to listen and can get the real advice, the raw truth, and actually grow, accelerate their self, accelerate their intelligence, and get the mindset that is needed in order to go through this treacherous world that we live in. You see, so many people lead with their hearts. They believe that they're the best thing since sliced bread. They can never do no wrong, but everybody else does, right? You are pouring into everybody else, but nobody pours into you. Why does everybody believe that they're the one doing all the work, and yet the other person is just slacking off? And so one person stops trying, the other person stops trying, nobody's trying, and so you get frustrated and you break up. Why did you fall in love in the first place? Well, it's because you loved one another. You were willing to work with one another until you just got comfortable and said, you know what? I don't need to do this today. I don't feel like doing that today. But before, you did it because you wanted them. You were filling a need within yourself, right? And so, here begs the question. People will come back and they'll say, oh, you're unhappy. Ah, such a sad life. Money isn't everything. Oh, wow. Follow the Bible. Be fruitful and multiply. Did Jesus marry? Ah, no. All these things. You know, they throw it in your face. They tell you, what is life if you have no one to share it with? Who said I have no one to share it with? You're a foolish pekin if you believe that to be true. You see, the beautiful thing about life is that time reveals all. Time reveals all. Now, when I say I would never get married, which means I will never sign papers within the courts, right? We all see what Kevin Gates and Brittany Renner went through, which was an Islam marriage. I'm not Islam, and I will not fake to be Islam in order to get married without papers. But I am a Catholic. I believe in God. I am more than willing to do a white wedding where I don't have to sign court papers and we are married under God. Now, why do I say that? Because so many people lead with their hearts. Now, the first thing I said was that everybody tries and claims to be the best thing since sliced bread, which is true. But it doesn't also mean that they weren't in love to begin with. It's just that people are so oblivious. They don't learn from their previous mistakes. They just go into things blindly, and ignorance is bliss. When you fall in love, you fall in love hard. And when you get that heartbreak, you feel it even worse. But a wise man learns from other people's mistakes. And that is what I intended to do and have intended to do since I realized that the divorce rate was above 50%. And when you have a whole bunch of people out here saying, I don't need to do this, and men being pigeonholed because they'll lose their finances, they lose their children because they don't have breasts to feed their kids. And now they have to supply a lifestyle that they created for a family for an individual who wants to live and work without them. I go to work all the time. All I hear is my baby daddy this, my baby daddy that. I'm doing this without him. I'm doing that without him. Meanwhile, food stamps. Meanwhile, child support. Meanwhile, court system all throughout their life. I had a woman call me the other day and say, I don't know how I'm going to make it. All my kids are out the house. All my 8 children are now out the house. How will I survive? You see, when the government is no longer your baby daddy, you have to figure life out again. And see, this is what people don't understand. And honestly, I see it so much in the black community, is that a lot of people rely on the government. And I'm not saying that black people are the only ones that rely on the government. We all know that Caucasian people have more government assistance than the black minorities do. But what I am saying is that I'm around more melanated people who, again, rely on that government assistance. And daddy government doesn't always work in your favor. And in fact, is working less and less in your favor as time passes. Now, we all know how I feel about the government system and how it's played its hand in the destruction of all communities. But we've also seen how people are using it and abusing it for their own benefit. Millions and billions of dollars in fraud, opening daycares that don't care for anyone. And, just completely abusing a system meant to honestly help people not be in poverty, not be in starvation, and yet they stay in the perpetual same positions all of their life because it doesn't help them to increase. It simply helps them to maintain. And if they miss a check, and if a government shutdown occurs, what do? They result to looting and stealing because entitlement has now become a part of their life and a part of their existence. But let me get back to the basics. They say, Festus, if you don't get married, how will you ever be happy? Let me tell you the truth. Here's the truth. You ready? As a 28-year-old guy, I wake up. Now, not everybody's as handsome as this, and I completely understand. But I wake up, and I understand that there will be 3, 4, 5, 6 women that are trying to get with me. Not all pure-hearted, I will tell you that. Let's not get it twisted and think that everybody has a pure heart. No. I can tell you that out of the 6 women, 5 of them had lied and told me that they're faithful women. I don't give them a chance. I sit back, play the field, really watch their intentions. You know, the only way I know a woman is faithful is if she's in another relationship, doesn't talk to nobody, doesn't cheat, doesn't even attempt to talk to me, because I know I got the game now. If she don't try to talk to me at all while she's in a relationship, the moment she gets out, she's crying, she's fighting through it, but it doesn't work. And then she might give another man the opportunity. Then I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah, she's a solid one. She's a solid one. But them girls that say, oh, I would never cheat on my man, I'll never talk to nobody else, but they in my DMs. Yeah. Some of them is going to watch this video because they stalk me, man. They stalk me for sure. For sure. And, these are women that are very attractive, very beautiful, very kind. But what else is offered? What else is offered that doesn't subtract from me financially? A lot of people are liabilities, not just in friendships, but in relationships as well. You try and lift them up. You try to build their mental capacity. You try to build their understanding, their future knowledge. You try to impart the little wisdom that you yourself may have. and then they want to go rogue and do their own thing. Men are called to be leaders. Women want to follow themselves and influencers online who portray a life that they don't even live. I had a girl pull up on me showing me these romanticized videos of what a man should do for a woman, and I said, is that woman even married? She said, yeah, I think so. Come to find out, my algorithm completely changed. I'm now seeing videos of her online with her mom, who's also 60 and single, talking about a man should do this and a man should do that. She has 4 children by 2 baby daddies and doesn't have a ring. Now, some people might say, why are you bashing her for not having a ring when you yourself won't get married? You are the embodiment of the reason that woman isn't married today. And I would say, you don't follow my content. I am a big advocate for women to get married. And I'm a big advocate for men to not get married. It's very counterintuitive, right? But I'm literally speaking to what benefits a person more. If you're a woman listening to this channel, you should absolutely get married. If you're a man listening to this channel, you absolutely should not. I can break down the reasons for each one. I mean, for a woman, financial security. A lot of women blow their wealth, then don't have to worry about finances. There's always a white knight ready to save the day. And, as you get older, your options tend to get slimmer. And honestly, the first guy you met is probably the best guy you're gonna meet. And after some time, guess what happens? You start to settle for a guy that you never wanted in the first place. You understand? And so women will value that security, just like I'm valuing my security as well. And I understand that when I'm 30, when I'm 40, and I have all of my assets intact, and I'm still in shape because I work out and go to the gym, and there's still women beating down my door trying to get a piece of good old Festus, I understand that I will not be stressed whatsoever. Money pouring in abundantly without having to ever think about splitting it in half. Now, granted, if I were to have a family, if I were to really impart on somebody and really take someone seriously, they would be in my will. My family is my blood. They have to be taken care of, right? Like, you do things to ensure success of the family and of the future. Someone who's willing to listen, someone who's willing to be guided and instructed can absolutely manage the family wealth once that time comes. But it is through my blessing and assignment of that wealth, not of you simply saying, oh, I don't like you today, and so I'm taking half of it. You see, if you're not willing to follow the rules of the game, if you're not willing to gain the understanding that is needed, that I have put my blood, sweat, and life into over a half a decade, more than a decade, honestly, if you include college. If you're not willing to listen to the man in which you are willing to take from, and then what business do we have even conversating on anything whatsoever? You see, everybody wants to take, but doesn't understand the work that you put in order to get to where you are today. An NBA player didn't just wake up in the NBA. They've been working since they were 3, 4, 5, 6 years old to make money for 8, 7, 10 years, just to have half of it dissipate and vanish into thin air. Their whole life. As a man, it's your whole life you put into something. You're still fit. You're still in shape. You're still tall. You're still out there. You're still moving and shaking. You still can do whatever it is that you want to do. And everybody is falling at your feet. And again, some with the wrong intentions. I'm of the belief that, honestly, a lot of guys, I know ladies, you're going to hate this, but a lot of guys actually have good intentions with women. I'm of that belief. And I would like to believe that there are women who also have good intentions with men. It's just that the government has made it so you are incentivized to leave your man. And if you're incentivized to leave a good man and do so because you're bored, because you're watching other people who are single live a good quote unquote life, but they're on the struggle bus. They're drowning in credit card debt. They don't know up from down. They're perpetually dating and they're sad. They're mad. They're hoping a guy takes them seriously, but none of them do because it's so easy. It's so easy. And when you did lock that guy down, when you did have him for a little bit, you didn't play your cards right just for a moment. And everything changed. Everything changed. What's that song say? He got a sleeve. He got a new whip. Everything changed since you left. It's like he's doing better since you left. Yeah, it's because most people are liabilities. Most people don't add value. You spend, honestly, in my relationships, if you spend something on me, I spend 5 times more. In my relationships, if a girl spend 200, I'm spending like 1,000. And it's honestly cheaper for me to date than be dating one person. It is literally cheaper for me to date than be dating one person. The last girl I dated, I spent at least $2,500 on her birthday. Easy. Easy. Now, we were committed for 2 years. $2,500 on her birthday, easy. You want a bike? I got to buy 2 because how you going to be riding by yourself? You want to roller skates? You don't even got to ask. We going to get 2. You feel me? Like, everything was for a pair. And therefore, it costs twice as much. And so, I say all that to say, it's not all about the finances, but it's also about the understanding and where our society is and how it benefits a specific group of people. For a guy, you take all the risks to simply say, I love you. I want to be with you. I want to invest in you mentally, physically, emotionally, and financially. And I'm doing it out of the kindness of my heart because how much do I truly gain? Now, women will say, oh, I give you children, but there is no children without a man. There is no children without the man. Right? And a lot of times you can't even get to that part because you see their true colors from the jump. And when you realize that when they were willing to do everything to get you, and when they finally do, they're not willing to keep up the facade. They want to relax. They want to chill back. They don't want to do what it is that they did before. But no, you can't stop. You have to continue to be who you are as a person. The bills keep coming, but you keep that roof over their heads. You make sure everything is fine and dandy. Nah. Listen here. You think I'm stressed out? You think I got somebody to answer to? You think I got to listen to somebody's emotional feelings today? I do not. I wake up every day blessed. You know the good part about dating? Everybody's always happy. They don't want to tell you they got a bad day because what if you don't want to hear that? What if you decide you don't want to be a part of their bad day when there's so many other people having a good day? Listen, all my days are good. When I go to work, people ask me how I'm doing. I say I'm alive and well. Can't complain. I am alive. I'm well. I can't complain. I'm healthy, strong. I can't complain. I'm financially stable, getting more financially stable. I can't complain. I am drowning in love every single day, drowning in affection every single day, drowning in people willing to commit every single day. Man, I understand. People want love. People want to be loved. Completely understand. But when you are at a place where you are truly at peace, you understand yourself. you'll also understand nothing is better than the stress-free life that comes when you are truly your own master. There's nobody to talk to or listen to. You speak to whoever you want, whenever you want. You get whatever personality you want to have for the day. If I want jokes, let's joke for 2-3 hours. If I want laughs, let's laugh for 2-3 hours. If I want a chill vibe, let's chill for 2-3 hours. If I want some toxicity, which is not often, let's get the toxic girl for 2-3 hours. Not 2-3 hours, that's like an hour, and then get up out, go on out of here. But yeah, I am never getting married. Not because I don't love love. Not because I can't be faithful and committed. Not because I don't want a family of my own. But because the government is set up and designed for men to continue to spin on that hamster wheel. Fail, fail, fail. Incentivize children out of wedlock. It incentivizes people just shacking up for a good time, a short time, and procreate and procreate and procreate. More children, more children, more children. And you know why? It's because you need more children in order to keep Social Security alive. You need more children in order to fund the government systems who depend on your child support payments. They eat from that too on a monthly basis for 18 years. It's a blessing that they don't go all the way up to 21, 22, 25, even 30 years old. Because who's going to stop them? Who's going to say no? It's for the children. Ah, man, I can rant on this all day, but that's the truth. And they say the truth will set you free. So I hope you love the fact that I shared the honest to God's truth with you all today. I hope you like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. You know I post on YouTube, Rumble, and Spotify for podcasters. And I can't wait to see you on the next one. Peace.